Mogul Motivation, educating and empowering entrepreneurs 1 week at a time. Presented by True Stories Media. And I am your host, Antoine Twiz Taylor. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Mogul Motivation. Welcome back. I'm happy that you are here. If this is your first time listening, this podcast is for the aspiring entrepreneur who is trying to get over that hump and make it happen. This podcast is for anybody, entrepreneur or not, who wants to elevate themselves to success and get out of that mundane lifestyle. This podcast is free. The downloads are free. I don't ask for any money. I do this out of passion, pure passion, as well as the blog, www.mogulmotivation.com. I want all of these resources and motivation to be completely free and accessible to anybody out there listening. You have to take a shower every day. Every day you have to take a shower. No matter how clean you may think you are, you still need to replenish yourself and refresh yourself. That's why I do Mogul Motivation every single Wednesday. For 91 consecutive weeks, I have released an episode motivating everybody out there so they can continue to go and accomplish their dreams. Because you need motivation daily, but I do it weekly to remind you that you're not alone on this journey and that everything you're going through, other people are going through it as well, and we can get through it no matter what. With that being said, this is part one of a three-part series titled Intellectual Property. And the definition of intellectual property is a work or an invention that is a result of creativity, such as a manuscript or a design for which one has the rights for and can apply for a patent, copyright, or trademark. That is the literal definition of intellectual property, but I want to talk about it from another angle. You see, your mind is the strongest muscle you have in this game. That's the strongest muscle, your most powerful weapon to win. You go to the gym, you work out your arms, your legs, your abs, your back, but your mind needs to be worked out constantly every day as well. That's why it's so important to read. You know, as a society, we do not read. You know, we have become very, very lazy in 2017 in this digital age. Our attention spans are so short. People scroll up and down timelines every day, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. We scroll, we consume so much information that we don't even read. It's kind of ironic because we have so much information at our fingertips and we don't read. But back in the day when we didn't have all this information, you just had to go to the library. People read more back then. We have to continue to read, ladies and gentlemen. We have to read. We have to strengthen our minds every single day because it's the most powerful weapon we have. And the reason why I'm talking about that is because the stronger your mind is, the wider you can think. You could think outside of the boxes. Right now, whether you're an entrepreneur or not, I get a lot of people who, you know, they tell me that they want to start a business, but they don't know how. They don't know where to start. You know, they're tired of working their jobs. They hate their jobs. A lot of people tell me that. I hated my job when I was working a job. But your mind is the strongest weapon you have to get out of that cage. And I'm going to tell you how and why. You have to form a blueprint right now. Because your mind is the most valuable asset. You have to start right now, at this very moment, to form a blueprint for your escape, for your plans. And it can only be conceived in your mind because everything you conceive in your mind can be done, whether you like it or not, whether you believe it or not. Whatever you tell yourself is going to come true. That's why I say imagine reality, because whatever you tell yourself, whatever seed you plant in your head is going to come true, ladies and gentlemen. You have to begin to lay out the blueprint for your plans and your goals right now. But how do you do that? So let's just say you're in a job right now, right? You want to become an entrepreneur. You want to elevate to success, but you don't know how. So you're working your 9 to 5 every single day, Monday through Friday, whatever hours you work, and you hate it. You have to start thinking about things from an entrepreneurial standpoint. So I don't care if you're flipping burgers at McDonald's. I don't care if you're dropping fries. I don't care if you're a janitor. I don't care what you do right now. You have to start thinking outside of the box. Use your mind, your greatest weapon. Start laying out that blueprint. What do I mean by that? Basically, what I'm saying is whatever you do, you need to perfect that skill and that craft. Even if you hate your job, you need to perfect that skill in your craft. You need to make an impact. You need to be grateful for this opportunity because this is opportunity in disguise. If you're a janitor, start thinking about ways how you could turn this skill into your own business, your own janitorial business. Take all of the tools and the skills from your job right now and apply it to your own life. Because the reality is a lot of people don't hate what they do. They just hate the fact that they do it for someone else. Right? They hate the company culture. They hate the policies. They hate their boss, their supervisors. That's usually what you hate. You don't really hate what you do. So if you're flipping burgers, make the best damn cheeseburgers that you can make. I don't care if it's McDonald's, Burger King. I don't care. Take that skill and start applying it to your own path. Think about how you can take what you're doing at your job and create your own job doing it. That's how you start to lay the foundation for a blueprint. Your intellectual property is the creations in your mind. That's your mind telling yourself, you know what? I can leave this dead-end job and I can build my own job using these skills, using these talents. Intellectual property. No one can take it from you. Your mind is the most secret weapon you have because can't nobody invade your mind unless you allow them to. So while you're at work right now, or whatever you're doing right now, start to think how you can flip all of this negativity into positivity. Start to lay that blueprint for your goals. And being a janitor, flipping burgers might not be your passion, but what I'm saying is, since you're in the business, since you're in the field, you might as well acquire and learn something from it. Work your mind out every single day. When you go to work with enthusiasm for yourself, not for the job, but for yourself, because now you're learning more. You have another opportunity to perfect your skills. And then you could take that and use it for your own leverage. That's what we have to do, ladies and gentlemen. Our blueprints is the plan, the foundation, and the guide to go forward, to leave our dead-end jobs, to leave this mundane lifestyle. That's what we have to do every single day. That's why I say you have to work out your mind. You have to constantly read blogs, read books, go to the library. Whenever you have leisure time, read. Okay? Read articles. All this information is at our fingertips and we don't read. We have become so lazy. Mentally, it's ridiculous. It's no secret to success. The main thing is, are you willing to learn and earn and do the work to elevate yourself above the rest? You know how many people are working at McDonald's, Taco Bell, or whatever job they're working at and they hate it because, you know, they feel they're not getting paid enough, so they go to work every single day like a zombie. Don't become a zombie. Don't become a zombie. While you're flipping them burgers, continue to think about how you can learn the business better. While you're sweeping or mopping those floors or doing whatever you're doing, continue to take everything you can from that job, right? And use it for your advantage. Lay down the blueprint. So that's my message this morning. That's part 1 of a 3-part series. Intellectual property, the blueprint. Continue to read, continue to work out your mind, continue to get stronger mentally. And take everything from your job or whatever you're doing to feed your entrepreneurial spirit. And then eventually you will become your own boss. You will become your own CEO. And you will create a company and a culture that is better than the one you're working in now. You're flipping burgers today, but tomorrow you might own 10 franchises. You're mopping floors today, but tomorrow you might own a multi-million-dollar janitorial business. And I'm using these 2 jobs specifically because these are 2 jobs that a lot of people look down upon. Janitorial and fast food. That's why I'm specifically using those 2 examples, but it doesn't matter what you do. The principles is the same. Lay down a blueprint, continue to work out your mind, continue to read, and continue to have more enthusiasm. So let's continue to work. Let's continue to imagine reality and lay out your blueprint. Write it down, make it plain, and go forward and make it happen. Have a great day, ladies and gentlemen. I'll talk to you next week.